There's something that adult observers, from analysts to regular Joes, just don't get about the way teens watch video, according to writer-director Hannah McPherson. They are watching hours of shows on their phones, McPherson told Business Insider. Older people assume teens are only watching things like YouTube videos, or short viral clips on Facebook, on their phones. But they are actually binge-watching whole Netflix shows on the small screen. It's a totally new way of watching premium TV, and the producers of the future have to be ready for it. McPherson came into contact with this behavior in a huge way when she sold Tiet to Verizon's Go90 streaming service, which is primarily a phone app. While Go90 as a whole has struggled to find its place in the premium video landscape, Tiet has been one of its few runaway hits, with episodes getting thousands of comments from viewers on the app, and its first episode sitting at over 1.2 million views on YouTube. Like Netflix, Verizon won't even tell McPherson the exact in-app viewer numbers. If you watch Tiet, it's easy to see why it has teens hooked. It's an addictive murder mystery thriller, set in high school, and the 11 to 15-minute episodes live very naturally on your phone. Each episode has a cliffhanger scary ending that makes you want to jump straight to the next one. Even as someone way outside the show's intended demographic, I can recognize its quality. But while it might sound like Tiet is a poster child for a new generation of bite-sized TV shows, McPherson said that Season 2 will actually have longer episodes, with 12 half-hours that clock in at 22-23 minutes each, a standard length for a TV show with commercial breaks. The reason, since Go90 releases Tiet's weekly, it was a bit excruciating for people to only have a dozen minutes to hold on to. Turns out that old-fashioned TV had a pretty good length for weekly shows. Tag 2. YouTube star J.C. Kalen, middle, was a big draw for the audience. YouTube TV for the YouTube generation. So some things haven't changed for a show where most people are watching it on their phones instead of their TVs. And McPherson said there are even some traditional networks interested in buying Tiet before Go90 put up the winning bid. But even though Tiet is moving to longer, more TV-like episodes for Season 2, that doesn't mean there aren't still huge differences in making a show for a generation raised on YouTube, according to McPherson. A big part of understanding that came from McPherson's partnership with Awesomeness TV, the $650 million YouTube-centric juggernaut, which has made a name for itself by understanding what teens love. Getty Images 533,972,528. Hannah McPherson Getty, Fraser Harrison. When McPherson first brought Tiet to Awesomeness TV, it was a one-hour pilot. There were more characters, especially adult characters, and subplots like a teacher trying out online dating. Awesomeness was so confident in the demo, McPherson said. They told her, let's lose the older characters. McPherson cut down the show, and focused more on the relationships between the high school protagonists. The second piece where Tiet differed from traditional TV was in casting a mix of traditional actors and social media influencers. I was a little resistant to auditioning YouTubers, McPherson said, but some of them ended up being great, and were cast in Tiet. This wasn't a suggestion by Awesomeness TV, but more of a mandate. According to McPherson, Awesomeness TV has almost an algorithm for determining how many YouTube stars versus traditional actors to put in a project. It is literally a percentage, McPherson said. And she understands why. They are powerful, she said, referring to the YouTube stars. People watch Tiet because of J.C. Kalen. He has 2.7 million subscribers on YouTube. When it came to shooting the show, McPherson said she needed it to look good in a theater or on a cell phone, and have everything be legible on the small screen. There were some trade-offs. You cannot have that massive wide, she said. But while there were restrictions, like a small budget necessitating a 2 takes max mantra, there was also a degree of freedom for McPherson. I write them all and direct them, she explained. There's a degree of trust you would not get anywhere else. Even at Amazon or Netflix there's still a different director for every episode. McPherson delivered on that freedom, and will soon be making her first big studio movie as well, where there will be a lot more cooks in the kitchen. But first, McPherson will deliver the second season of T, which she finished a 25-day shoot in the New Mexico desert for. And anyone trying to understand how to make a hit TV show for the YouTube generation should definitely tune in. See also, this media mogul has wreaked havoc on Pandora's stock price for months, and he's not slowing down. Now watch, hackers and governments can see you through your phone's camera. Here's how to protect yourself.